Psalm chapter 14. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt, they have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. So the fool has said in his heart, there is no God. So if that's what you've said in your heart, then that is a foolish thing to do. God who created the heavens and the earth, God who created you and put all things into order, who sustains all life and gives all life, who has expectations, and who began things and who will be at the end of things. So the fool has said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They've done abominable works. So the things that they've done are things that God would hate. Those who say that there is no God. There is none that doeth good. So those who have said there is no God, there is none that doeth good. There are a lot of people who would be convinced that they were doing good, but none of them are. The Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek God. So what position is God in? Is he up there, listening, just in case you have a really devastating need and then you finally cry out to him? Is that what he's there for? Is he looking for bad things to happen and then to intervene? Is it that he's doing? Is he looking out for you until you call on him? I don't know. Is that what's going on? It looks like what's happening in Psalm chapter 14 verse 2. The Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek God. So was he looking out just in case, that you were, put money on a game and then were crying out not to lose all your money, because you gambled? Or was he looking out in case there was something really evil that was going to happen to you that someone else had done? Is that what he's looking for? No. Actually, he was looking for to see if anyone understood and that anyone was seeking him. So if you thought that the position of God was to be that one who, when you were in dire straits, was going to come through for you, it does seem that he's looking down from heaven on the children of men to see if there were any that did understand. He's looking for someone who was understanding. He was looking for, there anyone who seeks him. He says that they are all gone aside. They are all together become filthy, and that there is none that doeth good, no, not one. So it does seem that when God looked down, everyone was just sort of going their own way, reaching for their own path. They've gone aside. They've gone astray, and altogether they become filthy. They're just dirty. People were just dirty, and there is none that doeth good, no, not one. So he's looking for someone who's doing the right thing, who's doing a good thing, who is doing good. And then did he find anyone? There's none that doeth good, no, not one. Have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge? So all these people who are working things out in their sin lives, he says, have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge? Do they not know what they're doing? Do they not know at all? Do they not know anything? Who eat up my people as they eat bread, and call not upon the Lord. So they eat up my people as they eat bread. So they're just like every day you have your meals, multiple meals. That's how you treat the people of God. So you just destroy them and harden them and eat them up like you eat bread. And it says that call not upon the Lord. So you don't really ask God for anything. You don't seek him. You don't have understanding. You eat his people up like you eat bread. It means everything that Christians are doing. You're just going after them. People of God, you're just eating them up, just making them your meal. All right? And you call not upon the Lord. You really look to God to call on him. There were they in great fear, for God is in the generation of the righteous. So these people feared for their lives because God was in the generation of the righteous, because God was with those generations who were doing the right thing, those other people had great fear, the ones that said there is no God. You have shamed the counsel of the poor, because the Lord is his refuge. So you thought that all your riches were your safety, and you didn't want to listen to anyone who was poor. You didn't want to listen to the poor people. And the truth was that the Lord is his refuge. So those people who were poor that you didn't want to listen to, that you just wanted to shame, that you just wanted to say, oh, well, look at all that you're doing wrong and I'm doing right, and eat them up like bread and just use them and misuse them and abuse them. Here's what was happening. The Lord, all that time, he was their refuge. And you shamed them. You put them into shame. Really, who's the one with the shame? There were they in great fear, for God is in the generation of the righteous. You've shamed the counsel of the poor, because the Lord is his refuge. Oh, that the salvation of Israel were come out of Zion. When the Lord bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice, and Israel shall be glad. So things are difficult for a while. They are, oh, that the salvation will come out of Zion. So what's going to come out of Zion? The salvation of Israel will come out of Zion. When the Lord bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice, and Israel shall be glad. So maybe the gladness and the rejoicing, they weren't there. But when God brings back the captivity of his people, when he brings his people back, then that joy and that rejoicing, that gladness shall be returned. Thank you.